1, please make your steps accessible to visually impaired and blind people.
Woo!
Everything I do, everything I think about is always through a lens of human rights, mutual aid, and the equality that we all deserve. Everybody on this planet, no matter where you're from. Last year, during Snowmageddon, and again just a few weeks ago, as Hurricane Larry came to visit, increasingly we are seeing and experiencing in this province, particularly in Labrador, the effects of climate change. The attachment and the relationship that our Indigenous people have with their land is being impacted.
Shame.
The security, the very precarious security in some cases, of our most vulnerable populations, people who have disabilities, senior citizens and elders, people of color, our Indigenous communities, our queer communities, people who are burdened with poverty. All of these people will bear and have borne the most devastating effects of a crisis that continues to accelerate and escalate, while mostly the powers just sit back and talk about having the next conversation.
Hear, hear!
St. John's must lead this province and other municipalities in creating a climate emergency plan and a climate event emergency plan, so that when the next more intense, as our scientists tell us they will be, more intense and more frequent events, weather events occur, we will not have people wandering around wondering where the food bank is. Is it open? Wondering if the methadone clinic is open?
Hear, hear!
Wondering if their heat will come back on?
Hear, hear!
We have to bridge those gaps and fill in those holes that were revealed in our social safety net.
Yeah!
We have to do it.
Yeah! Woo!
And while it's very tempting and probably efficient for various government entities to consult with community organizations to gather and harvest their ideas and their recommendations, that is not enough.
Yeah!
You have to consult and listen directly to the populations those organizations represent.
Woo!
Stop offloading your responsibility under groups that are not funded or resourced to the extent that they can do it for you.
Woo!
They don't have the capacity, and we deserve your ear. I mean, a province is nothing more or less than a collection of municipalities. It's not some other big thing that sits above us. We are it.
Yeah!
We are it. I want to speak right now to our provincial government. Do you have any idea how dissonant it is to hear your land acknowledgements while you prepare and plan for another hydroelectric project on unceded Indigenous territory? We are not having it.
Yeah!
No, we're not!
And to the workers in the oil and gas industry, who perhaps may be thinking that we are the enemy, we are your strongest allies.
Woo!
We are demanding that our government, our architect a just transition for you.
Woo! Yeah!
So that your family will be cared for.
Here, here!
So that you can attune your skills and adapt to a changing reality. We are on your side.
Yeah!
Every generation that is yet to come is seated in you. And every generation that's gone before it has been characterized by some particular thing. My prediction is that generations after you will look back and call you the ones who saw, responded, and saved us all. A friend of mine and an ally in the social justice movement, an Indigenous Labradorian, Jason Michelin, writes in great depth but very accessibly about the intersections of economics, of capitalism, of climate change, and how all of these things intersect and inform our lived experience upon this earth. Borders are an illusion.
Yeah!
Borders are an illusion. They are a human construct. And what we do here is having a terrible impact on countries that are far from us, but they are part of us. We are one living organism. One living organism. We are all cells in that. So I want to share with you something that Jason writes. This is a time when we are the architects of our future. And the challenge before us is to dig deep and find and imagine solutions that are as grand and as far-reaching as the challenge that lies before us.
Woo!
Solidarity!